Making an impact, you think it's not possible? Well, I have two amazing, heroic people here that have not just had heroism in their own careers, but now they're using it to make an incredible impact to one of the largest crises that we have here in our nation. Joseph, thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Well, first I want to touch on your career a little bit and just kind of brag on you, or let you brag on yourself a little bit on your background, because I want to go into what you're using that for in such a big way, and I also want you to introduce your guest to us.
Oh, sure. I'm a United States Navy vet and a former police officer in Los Angeles County and a licensed private investigator. And I went back to school, to Bible college after grad school, and I became a pastor, and I'm looking for things to do, and human trafficking just seemed like a natural thing for someone with my background.
Well, you have an incredible checklist. You checked all the boxes on being perfect for this. So continue. You really did.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, okay, so I see an article about a young girl named Brittany Drexel in upstate New York, 17 years old, went missing. And I knew, in the narcotics trafficking, when I worked as an officer, police officer in Los Angeles County, how this evil triad of prison gangs, street gangs, and the cartels took over the narcotics trafficking trade in the country. And then I knew they were trying to take over the child sex trafficking trade. And I thought to myself, oh, this poor girl, I hope she wasn't a victim of that. And then right after that, I read an article about guys like Tosh, United States Navy SEALs that were retired, going overseas and rescuing children. I thought, I need to get a hold of these guys.
Oh, yeah.
We have to combine our talents, their talents with surveillance and being silent warriors, with our talents and knowing law enforcement, the parameters of how to deal with these bad guys, these prison gang members, cartel members, and street gang members. And that, to me, it was a natural fit. So we decided, hey, let's put these teams together, and let's go out and let's find these children.
Wow. So, Tosh, let's talk a little bit about you and your background then.
Yeah, I'm a retired SEAL. I retired in 2015. I did 25 years in the Navy, 23 with Naval Special Warfare, and tours at SEAL Team 1, 5, and SA1.
Wow. So how did that impact you as far as realizing when you were retired, okay, I want to give back?
Actually, I got a call from one of the founders of Saved in America, and he was a former SEAL. And he gave me a call and said, hey, you want to do this? I said, okay. I didn't really understand what it was. And then I went to one of the first meetings, and I was all in at that point.
Wow, I'm really impressed, I have to say. I read up on both of you, and just to understand the background, I would encourage our viewers to do a little bit more homework on both of you offline, but incredible backgrounds and expertise and skill set, and to take that into what you're doing now. And I want to fast forward into that a little bit, because human trafficking is so massive, and it's just starting to now get more publicity, but we need so much more on what's really going on. Let's talk about some of the statistics that people might not be aware of.
Well, the first big statistic we're part of a group, Saved in America, the Human Smuggling Trafficking Center in Washington, D.C. It's part of Homeland Security. And we're one of 9 members of this cooperative, to talk about human trafficking in a large context. We're there for specifically child sex trafficking, but we're there with, big agencies like Polaris Group, McCain Institute, National Center for Missing Exploited Children, and then, of course, there's Saved in America over here. But regardless, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children states that there's 300,000 missing children in this country at any one time. Now, to talk about child sex trafficking in the perspective of this 300,000, there was also a study here locally by Dr. Amy Carpenter from University of San Diego for the Department of Justice, which states that at minimum, there's 30% of all runaway missing children are being trafficked. So if you put that together, right now as we speak, there's 100,000 young girls enslaved and being trafficked in this country.
That's devastating numbers.
Yes.
I can't, my mind can't grasp that, and realizing that I'm a mom, I've got a lot of kids, and 2 daughters, and I can't even imagine, You know, just one is devastating, but when you put numbers out like that, that had to have really impacted you in a big way when you came to that awareness.
Absolutely. And even another study that correlates with that, done by Amy Carpenter too, is 60% of the trafficked children don't have parents. They're foster kids. And here they are being manipulated because they don't have a parent to look after them.
They're more vulnerable.
They're more vulnerable, correct,
Yeah.
yes.
So how are you guys using that? All of your skill, expertise, your network and everything, what are you guys doing that you're seeing is starting to make an impact?
I don't know if any of it's making an impact to the big picture. I think it makes an impact to the individual person.
Right, one life at a time, that's what matters.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the parent, yes. When we assist in the recovery of their child, you just cannot believe the pay we get, because, you know, we're all volunteers. And we don't take money from the parents. Those are two of our pillars. Of course, the third pillar is who we are. You know, former retired police officers with former special operators become licensed and insured. So our reward, our payment, is the look in the parents' eyes when we assist in finding their child.
Oh, I can only imagine. Like
Yeah.
here, we, like you said, one life at a time is huge. What can our viewers, what can we as a community start doing to help the efforts that you guys are making?
Get informed. And there's two ways to do that. One, social media. Go on the website, savedinamerica.org, savedinamerica.org. And we have a lot of information on really what's happening. What is child sex trafficking? Where does it come from? You know, why is it so prevalent? It is because the same people moving the narcotics trafficking in this country are selling our children. And so you can see how that the danger in that, because they have all this money, this illegal money, right, from selling narcotics, and they use that now to sell girls. Because if you sell a child, you can sell the child over and over and over again, and you don't lose the product.
Right.
See, and it's just, and it's a devastating thing for our country, because you know, obviously slavery was abolished a long time ago.
Right.
This is the modern day slavery of our time.
Absolutely. And the awareness is so important. So awareness and support. What do you guys have coming up? Is there any events that's creating awareness or anything that that our viewers can get involved with?
Yes, on the 7th of November, Estancia Hotel in La Jolla, 5:30 p.m. We're having a fundraiser. It's the third annual Child Saved Not Sold fundraiser.
Okay.
Now, let me segue back into what I was telling you about Brittany Drexel, the young girl that caught my attention. About a year and a half ago, the FBI found out that Brittany, in fact, was taken by gang members, taken from South Carolina down to North Carolina. And this is very sad. She was gang raped, beat, and then when she tried to escape, they shot her and fed her to alligators.
Oh my gosh.
And it was devastating. So what we did on our second annual fundraiser last year is we flew Brittany's mother, Dawn, from New York to our fundraiser to present the first annual Child Saved Not Sold Scholarship Award to a survivor of child sex trafficking. Wow. So Brittany's life would have meaning from now on. That Brittany Drexel now represents scholarship funds for survivors of child sex trafficking. So that's the type of event that we're having on November 7th.
Not a dry eye in the room on that one.
No, and we're having a survivor from child sex trafficking is going to be our speaker. And we're going to give the second annual Brittany Drexel Scholarship Award to another survivor.
That's incredible. Powerful, powerful, powerful information. Incredible event you guys have coming up. I want to personally thank you so much for your years of service and what you did for our country, but now your years of service and what you're doing for this crisis that we have in our nation and the difference that you're making. Thank you both for coming on and bringing this awareness and for giving us the opportunity to spread that word. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Make sure you get informed, spread the word, support this incredible event, and help be a part of solving this huge problem. We'll be right back.